It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you hungry. Talk that talk.
Good morning. Today is Thursday. It is October 23rd. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Grayson got his shots this week. Grayson and Ginger got their shots this week at a beautiful veterinarian named Heart and Soul in downtown Tucker. Check them out. Google Heart and Soul. There's a great article about them in the paper. I met the doctors there. They are great. They gave them their shots. They gave them all their medicine. They're ready to go. They got their vaccinations. We're not anti-vaccine over here. We got their shots. And today, the groomer is coming to the house to give them fresh whips and fresh hairdos and baths. And Ginger and Grayson Ginger and Grayson was so scared up there at that doggone place. They didn't say one word. They didn't bark, do nothing. They just sat there shaking. And then they got their shots. You got your shots, didn't you, Grayson? Yep, we got his shots. They're very Heart and Soul. Check them out, downtown Tucker, Main Street, Tucker. Great veterinarian office, a husband and wife team. If you have pets, go there. Call them, make an appointment. I went. I was very, very happy. Beautiful place. All right, so the Wall Street Journal has an article about the high cost of rents in Atlanta and how people are fraudulently creating fake paperwork to rent these apartments. I've always felt these rents were astronomical in Atlanta, and I always thought, well, who is renting these outrageously priced apartments? This damn beard is looking a mess, ain't it? Still, why does it so look unbalanced here? I need to see if she can trim up my beard when she up here just damn. Maybe I always wonder why these rents so damn high in this town. Who is paying this mess? Who is paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month in rent when you can go buy a house that you own? It doesn't make sense to me. So then when I read that article, they're just con artists. People who cannot afford the rent, who want those apartments. They can't get the apartment on their own income and credit, more than likely. I wouldn't say they're con artists. It's just people, because some of those people probably having to go through these loopholes to rent these expensive ass apartments. But my whole thing is, are y'all that fucking stupid? You gotta be. I would rather, if I'm gonna go through all that risk, I would rather giving me a loan mortgage broker. What kind of mortgage could you get me on this house, and what would it cost me? Because why am I creating false paperwork and fake shit to get into an apartment that I maybe can or can't afford? But I know this house, I'd rather have a home that I can afford. There are tons of houses out there for sale that you can afford. I tell this to people all the time. You can find a house that's affordable than versus paying this high as rent. Then they get in, and here's the crazy part. They've built so many of these apartment buildings all over the city. And our article clearly points out that more than 50% of all applications are fake paycheck stubs, fake everything. Just fraudulent stuff to get someone trying to get in that apartment. Someone faking the stuff, get in there and just faking everything. Like, everything's fake. Fake job, fake paycheck stuff, fake. Could they afford the apartments? Who knows? I doubt it. Y'all, I made good money back in the street. I'm not about to pay nobody $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000 or $6,000 in rent. What the fuck is happening here? That's why the people gotta fake it. That's why these leasing agents, and I have friends who work in the leasing agency, they say they had to leave that industry because they couldn't find people who could afford any of these apartments. Donald Trump going in office almost a year going on, and let me tell you something, he done shot the economy dead as a doorknob. So how on earth all these new buildings, and I see new buildings open all the time I drive by, that should be vacant. Some of these buildings have been vacant for years. I mean, y'all, for years. There was a building I was thinking about renting in 2022 before I bought this house. My lease was up in 22. That's why I started desperately looking for a house. I said, I gotta get out of here. My rent was only $19.50. It was not $2,000. Well, close enough, huh? But I had a 2.5 bathroom, I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhouse with a 1-car garage, storage, washing. It was beautiful, right in Grant Park. It was gorgeous. I wish I had made them the condos. I'd have brought 2 of them damn units. And I liked it. It was private. It was gated, safe, away from heathens, niggas running wild over there. I went to go look at an apartment. I said, you know what? I'm going to splurge. I walked through the apartment door, made an appointment with this apartment complex right off Peachtree Road. Made the appointment. When I walked through the door, bam! This odor of marijuana hit me so bad. I said, whoa! I was in the lobby of the building. I said, wow, this is awful. The deeper we went into that building, it got worse. I said, wow, do you smell that marijuana? She said, yeah, it's bad. I mean, we really can't do much about it. You're not supposed to smoke in the units. I said, oh, I wouldn't be able to live here, ma'am. Because when we got into the unit that I was looking at, I had to open up the windows. The odor was that bad. I said, okay, I can't do this. Then when we went to leave, I saw some heathens in that lobby. And I heard them say something about we here to get our Airbnb. And I said, Airbnb? I said, oh, you all can Airbnb these units out? And she was like, they're not supposed to do that. I said, okay. Thank you, ma'am. I will not be living here. I don't want to live someplace with a bunch of people that rented these units out and they Airbnb in them. So everybody that's smoking weed and pot, they don't live there. I can see. And that was a very nice building. I've been driving by that building for years, so I would love to live there. And I quickly realized I don't want to live there. And that's why I ended up buying this house, which was the best thing for me. It was so funny when I got approved for this house. I sent the paperwork to the man. I found a loan officer. I sent him all the paperwork. And within that night, I sent everything to him. The next day, he called me and said, you're approved. I said, okay, is this a joke? I was like, that's it. That's all you need. He said, I'm looking at everything. Everything is fine. I'm going to submit it to underwriting and get your final approval. But if you're fine, you can go. I'll send you. And within a few hours, he said everything went through underwriting, sailed through underwriting. It was approved and everything good to go. I was like, well, let's rock it. So when people say they have a hard time buying a house, I've never understood that. Yeah, I was approved. I sent that shit on a Sunday. I was approved on Monday. I ran down to Miami then a week later trying to find me a house in Miami. Y'all remember when I went down to Miami looking for a house? Yeah, what a waste of time that was. I probably can go down there and find what I'm looking for now. I heard, I think there's trouble in paradise. I said, good, let me get out there and look around. But right now, I'm building the pool here. You know, since Earl's death, things have changed how I think about stuff, and you know, so yeah. So I'm here now. I'm putting in the pool. I'll take some more pictures and upload it in this video. So at the beginning of the video, I'll see some more pictures of the pool going in. Me and Aurora have been planning the pool from the day we bought this house, and if I had known what I know, we should have put that pool in here day one. I wish I had done the pool. In the 2 things I wish I had done day one: the roof and the pool, because those were the 2 most expensive things. Then I could have took my time and did the stuff. Although I love the way the house goes, I'm not going to complain. There are some things I would have done differently had I had more time to live in the house and really think about how I wanted to do it. That was gorgeous out here today. No, I ain't on the beach, but it sure is nice out here. It's nice. I don't know why Temu keeps sending me notifications, because I've never purchased anything from Temu. Maybe I need to go ahead and delete that app, because they keep sending me all these notifications. I've never bought anything from Temu. I don't know why it does that, but anyway. Well, today is Thursday. It's October 23rd, y'all. It's gorgeous out here. You know, it's just been a scary. Buy your house. Y'all, I don't care if your credit is shot to hell. I don't care if you have zero income. I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't care if you get Section 8. In many cases, your Section 8 voucher can be used to pay your mortgage so you own that home. Don't follow these fools off of cliffs. Everybody wants these high rises and these fancy buildings. They looking up in the sky. They can't afford it. What is going on here? As you get older, if you're in your 20s, particularly, this is the time to buy. If you're in your 20s and you're out there hustling and you vibe and you're making money, buy a house and try to do a 15-year mortgage. So by the time you hit 40, your home is paid for. And ain't nothing like a paid for house. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That motherfucker could be falling in the ground, but it is paid for and you own it. You can fix that shit up whenever. But try to fix it up along the way as you're living in it. My goodness, I try to keep this place fixed up. And I got a cracked window right here. A bird ran into this window. I've been calling people, like, how much does this window cost to replace? But the problem is, this house is so old, I need to replace all the windows in the sunroom. And to be honest with you all, I don't like these windows here. I want to do a some type of window. I want to open it, windows that open up like an accordion to let fresh air in. That way the birds can, bees and mosquitoes can tear our asses up as we sit in the house. I'm just curious. Don't y'all know people have them big windows and the house is all open? Do the mosquitoes be tearing their asses up in there? Do the birds be getting inside them houses? They look beautiful, but I always say, okay, what's something right here? They got the whole wall missing. It didn't vanished. Everybody, our deer running through the house. Coyotes running up in there and stuff. Yeah, I want to do some accordion windows. I need to call somebody out here to look at this again. I don't want to replace these windows with what's here. I want windows that open up this fresh air in here. My neighbor's house is still for sale. It's been on the market going on 8 months now. She ain't sold that shit yet. Well, she asking too much for it, but and she ain't do no work to it either. Excuse me. Belching and burping. I definitely think if you gotta go and lie about your income documents, lie about your job, falsify documentation to get an apartment, something's not right. Are there no more affordable apartments in the city? Because if you got to go through all that for an apartment, you're willing to risk going to jail for falsifying these documents. You're willing to risk going to jail for a damn apartment because they could arrest you for presenting these false. You could be charged with a crime. I've seen this. Is it worth it for an apartment? I strongly feel you definitely need to focus on a house that you can afford, that you can pay off, especially in your 20s. It's so hard when I see these young guys and they're in their 20s and 30s and they're making good money, but they're buying jewelry and all this stuff. I bought my first house at 23. Buy a house, y'all. You own it. Don't follow these ignorant ass niggas out here talking about, yeah, we're gonna rent this at $5,000, $6,000. That's fucking ignorant as hell. And I don't care if you straight up prostituting to pay $6,000 in rent. That's sad. Could go buy your house because at some point your pussy gonna get dry and tarnished. Ain't nobody gonna want it. But you just spent $6,000 a month in rent for years, thinking your pussy was the best thing since sliced bread, and it ain't. And somebody else with a better, stronger pussy come along, and your ass, now your pussy done went down in value. Buy a house. I don't care if you're a prostitute. I don't care if you work at the post office. I don't care where you work at. Let's be real about this shit. There are homes for sale that you can't afford. No, it might not be something that you see. Y'all, people walk this house and say, wow, it's just so beautiful. This house didn't look like this when I bought this house. In fact, this house stank to high heaven when I bought it. This house smelled so bad. I sat outside and said, ooh, this is all we have to open. The odor was so bad, y'all would have ran y'all ass up out of here. I remember a friend came in and said, damn, what are you going to do about this odor in here? I said, what can I do about it? We have to renovate it and gut it and open up the windows. Nobody's been here in 10 years. He's like, what about this wallpaper and this tile and all? What are you doing here? Ripping it all out. What do you think? I ripped this shit out. But there was a lot of Latino Mexicans, and they came in. But I put it all in that dumpster. Every night I came in, was a pile of trash in this house. I had to get it, wheelbarrow, roll that shit to the dumpster myself. I lost 50 pounds working in this house. Literally, I bought this house, I was 280. Shit, by the time it was 6 months later, I was 220, 230. That weight fell off in this heat. Dust everywhere, had mask on, everything, gloves. I rolled that shit out of here. I sat here, I said, Lord, what did I do? But I knew at the end of the day, I was going to have the house the way I wanted it. I think I moved a little bit too quickly, truthfully. I wish I would have taken my time and did some things here. I find myself having to revisit some things. I still ain't got around to that hot water heater. I need to work on that hot water heater. It's working, so. But it's old. But it gets hot water. I'm just kind of waiting for it to work. One day I'm going to turn on that hot water. I can imagine it's going to be the coldest day ever. And then turn on that hot water, that shit going to say, we ain't working. And then I'm going to replace it. The reason why I'm having problems as we do the pool, I'm trying to figure out, there's some issues they're going to have to do down in the basement to get stuff over there. The reason I have not replaced the hot water heater is because I don't know if I want to go with it back with a tankless hot water heater or I have a tank down there now, and I like to take baths. I don't know who this is in my door this morning. Who is this? I might have to pause this. Let's see, who is it? It's the delivery. Oh, my mother's medicine. Let me go grab my mother's medicine. I'll be right back. Let me go grab it. I'm back. I got mama's medicine from the FedEx man. Grayson was trying to get to the FedEx man. I said, Grayson, wow. This was the wild one. This is the wild child. I had them out last night. They ran around. I said, I'm going to let y'all out stay and spend the night with me. 30 minutes later, they were in that cage. I said, okay, enough of this shit. They were all over that damn bedroom. They tore that bedroom up. They got to running in circles. They learned how to jump in the I said, okay. I put their asses up. 30 minutes later, they were locked up in them cages. So much to spending the night with me. But it's a beautiful day today. Buy a house. There are mortgage brokers out there. I have a good mortgage broker. Her name is Tony. Tony is excellent. And another girl named Chandra. I've known Tony almost at least 25 years. She's excellent. She can help you. If y'all want her number, I'll post it down there. Give her a call. What's the purpose y'all paying this outrageous rent? It just don't make no sense. Times are tough. You want a house. Especially in your 20s, you need to buy a home, get out these apartments. It's stupid. It's flat out stupid. Then you got to fake information to buy a house. It's dumb. I mean, fake information to rent an apartment. Fake information to buy a house. Okay, I'm fine with that because if we got to, do a little wink, wink, wink to get you that front door, at least you own it. Versus the apartment, you don't own shit. You just paying rent. I suspect a lot of these apartment buildings are in a foreclosure because I don't even think the builders who built these apartments can afford that rent. How the fuck y'all building a place and the person building it can't even afford it? That should tell you something. If the people who are building it cannot afford to live there, what the fuck you doing there? Buy a house. Do not be stupid. I want views of downtown. Well, go back. I wouldn't buy a condo myself personally. This shit ain't worth nothing. So unless you got a good deal, free. By the time you get through them homeowners association, all that shit, good luck. Buy a house. They got some houses. You search around Atlanta, you can find some houses with some very nice views of downtown. A house, yes, you can have a house with a view of downtown Atlanta if that's what you want. I prefer this view though. Trees, birds chirping, owls, eagles running around, deer. Bears. I take my chance with a wild Georgia bear than them niggas in the city. All day long, give me a wild bear out here versus them niggas. You decide. That's your choice. I'm gonna run down there and take some pictures of the pool and get me another cup of coffee. It's so gorgeous out here, y'all. At first I was, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. First I was trying to get out of here. I was trying to get back into the city. But now that I'm out here, I'm fine. When I pull up to the house, I feel safe. I don't feel like I gotta watch my back. I do be watching my back, though. I ain't no food, though. I pull into the garage, I close that door quick. You know, but I feel safe here. You know, I don't have to worry about somebody following me all the way up the highway. If they follow me for that 30, 40 minute yard, I'd be used to the way I'd be driving, coming home here, there, every damn way, looking to see anybody follow my ass. You know, niggas crazy out here. You know, I don't trust niggas. I don't trust your cousins. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust my own cousins. So, listen. Buy a house. It's time to own something. To quit faking the funk. Buy your house you can afford. Fix it up nice. You don't have to. In retrospect, me and Earl didn't need no house this big. I told Earl that repeatedly. Why do we need this big ass house? What is going on here? He just kept pushing for this house. And I was exhausted. And we bought it. After the day of closing, you know, I was like, oh, should I just lose to earn the $10,000 earnings, man? I was just so done. Like, why? What are we doing here? But here I am. By myself. Earl then went on to heaven. And I'm stuck here. And I'm fine with that. I'm putting my pool in. I'm working on landscaping the yard. It's going to be very nice. It's going to be very nice. Like my videos, click like. Y'all need to start sharing my videos, clicking like. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. I guess the only way I'm going to get to 100,000 subscribers is to become a Trump supporter. MAGA come over here and give me the rest of the way. Try to ditch their asses, honey. I got it to 100,000. I'm going back. Okay, I can't. I had to fake like I like Trump. Like some other motherfuckers I know. Anyway, today it is Thursday. It is October 23rd. My cup of coffee is getting cold here. I'm going to make me some breakfast and enjoy this day. I love to see your all's thoughts. Check out that article in the I think it's the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to post a link to it about these, you know, people faking all this stuff to get these apartments. It's not worth it. Anyway. Y'all have a great, beautiful, and prosperous, amazing day. And I'm going to do another video there about something else I want to talk about. And I'm out of here, y'all. And I'm going to try to I might do this video now when I have the time and energy, right? Nobody here. Ain't no workers here yet, but they're on the way. All right, I'm out. Bye.